Morning student, today I am going to start Kirchhoff's law. It's a very easy. Okay, with the help of Kirchhoff's law, we can find the electric current in each branch of the circuit and also find the equivalent resistance of group of resistors in given circuit. Okay, so before discuss the Kirchhoff's law, I want to say please subscribe, share and like my channel. Thank you. So there are two Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so number one, you can write Kirchhoff's first law. Okay, so it is also known as current junction law. Okay, number two is known Kirchhoff's second law, and this is called voltage loop law. So one by one I will discuss both law. Kirchhoff's first law, that is called current junction law. Second, that means it is called voltage loop law. Okay, so now what is the Kirchhoff's first law? What is the current junction law? How can you define? So now first just you write the current junctions law is a state that in electric circuit, okay, in electric circuit the algebraic sum of currents at the junction is equal to 0. So that means, we are going to draw the diagram. So we consider point 2 at the junction in electric circuits, and at this junction they are connected many branch. So okay, and from some branch there is some current enter towards at the junction. Okay, or you can say the I1, I2, I3, let the currents are entering at the junction, and from other branch let I4 leaving I4, I5 leaving currents from the junction. Okay, so now if you consider entering current at the junction positive, so that means then the leaving current from the junction, currents from junction becomes negative. Okay, and vice versa. That means you can also assume the leaving current is positive and entry current is negative. Okay, so here we consider what entering current at the junction positive, so then leaving current from the junction become negative. So that means you can write how the entry current we consider positive, so positive I1, positive I2, positive I3, and here the what I4, I5 leaving current from the junction. So you can write minus I4 minus I5, that is equal to 0. Okay, you can also write from this equation I1, I2 plus I3 equal to I4 plus I5. Okay, so that means from this equation you can write the summation of all entering current at the junction is equal to the summation of all currents leaving from the junction. Yes or no? Because here I1, I2, I3 are entering at the junction and I4 are what? Leaving from the junction. So from here you can write the total entering current at the junction is equal to sum of currents leaving from the junction. Okay. Generally it's this law based on the conservation of charge. Okay, so total entering charge is equal to total leaving charge. So when you consider Q1, Q2, Q3, these are charge, okay, entering at the junction O, and Q4, Q5, consider the charge leaving from this branch. So you can write here the total entering charge is Q1, Q2 plus Q3 is equal to total leaving charge, that is equal to write Q4 plus Q5. Okay, according to conservation of charge, we can write the total entering charge equal to total leaving charge from the junction. So when you divide T in both sides, okay, so after that you can separate Q1 by T plus Q2 by T. Similarly, you can write Q3 by T. Here you can write Q4 by T plus Q5 by T. We know that charge flow per unit time, that is what? Current. So you can write here I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to I4 plus I5. Okay. So generally the Kirchhoff's first law on the base of conservation of charge. Okay, so now Kirchhoff's law, second law, that is called voltage loop law. Okay, the second law is what? Kirchhoff's second law, that is called voltage loop law. Okay, so before the voltage loop law, okay, so I am going to discuss 3 points or 3 statements, so that will use in voltage loop law. So before voltage loop law, first we understood these 3 statements. I am going to write. Okay, so number 1, for the voltage loop law, first we consider loop and loop direction. Okay, number 2, okay, potential difference across resistance. So that means I am writing, okay, so when the current direction through resistance is same of our considered direction in loop. Okay, then potential difference across resistance, then potential difference across resistance take negative, okay, or consider negative, is it? And vice versa. That means if the direction of current through resistance is opposite of our considered direction in loop, then potential difference across resistance consider positive. Okay, so that means you can see here diagram. So let this is the what? Loop. Let me consider loop A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A. Direction we consider like this one. Okay, let the current flow through this resistance is I towards from A to B, and your considered direction also what? This one, clockwise. That means here you can see here the direction of current and your considered direction what? The same. So that means when you write potential difference across this resistance are then in the loop you can write what? Minus IR. That means what? Here potential drop. Potential drop. Okay. If let me another circuit we consider, let this one again, let same loop we consider A B C D A B C D A, मतलब that means consider direction this one and resistance R. Let in this circuit let the current flow in this direction. So that means your considered direction is opposite of current direction flow through this resistance. So that means here when you write the potential difference across resistance, that will positive of I into R. Obviously potential means what? Current and the resistance, okay, according to Ohm's law. So here what? We write positive IR. Why? Because your considered direction and current direction is opposite to each other. So here potential difference across resistance we write I into R. Okay. So first you note this one. Okay. So now after then third statement, it's a very important. Okay. If our considered direction in a loop, considered direction in loop, okay, passes through cell from positive terminal that means higher potential, positive terminal that means higher potential to negative plate or negative terminal that means what? Lower potential plate. Okay, then we write potential difference across cell, potential difference across cell, whatever here positive terminal to negative terminal. So here potential difference across cell we write negative EMF, negative potential. Okay, and vice versa. So you can see in a diagram. So let me consider in a loop cell or one cell consider in a loop. Okay, so let loop name is A B C D A. So first consider the loop name and loop direction. So we consider A B C D A loop and the loop direction we consider this one. Okay, so now you can see your loop direction, it will go from positive plate to negative plate, positive plate to negative plate. So where in loop we can write here, we consider here the potential is V. So here we can write negative potential. Okay, why? Because your considered direction, it will go from positive plate to negative plate. That means higher potential to lower potential. That means potential difference across the cell, that means minus V. Okay, let me another example. Let me consider same loop, same cell. Okay, let me consider A, B, C, D. But here consider direction. Let me consider A, D, C, B, A. Consider direction A, D, C, B, A. Here it's your what? Your consider direction. That means your loop. It will go from negative plate to positive plate. That means lower potential to higher potential. So in this case, when you write potential difference across the cell, so that means what? You can write plus V. You can write plus V. Why? Because your considered direction, it will go from, it is going from negative potential to positive potential. So here the potential difference, higher potential minus lower potential, that will become positive potential. Okay. So with the help of these three statements, we can write voltage loop law. Okay. So just I am giving an example of in circuit. Then we can, then we are going to write the voltage loop law. Okay, so let me consider a circuit. So let here we consider E1, R1. Okay, let here we consider R2. Acha, let another cell also consider, let this is EMF is E2, let okay another resistance be considered R3. Okay, so let me first you draw, first you write the current, okay, in every branch. Okay, just consider. So we consider here I1 current drawn from the this cell. Okay, and we consider I2 current drawn from the E2 cell. Okay, so now at this junction, it's a total entering current is what? I1 plus I2. So we know that from the Kirchhoff's first law, the total entering current is equal to total outgoing current, leaving current from the junction. So here it will come, total current is what? I1 plus I2. Or you can also say at this junction the total algebraic summation of current should be 0. How? You can see I1 plus I2, it is what? Entry current, so it's a be considered positive, and it's a leaving current from the junction, so you will write what? Negative of this one. So after it will cancel out, it will become 0. Okay, so according to Kirchhoff's first law, okay, this is the what? Current distribution in every branch. Okay, now after then it will go from here I1 and it will again divide to I2. Okay, this I1 I2 divide in I1 and I2. Okay, so now just name the circuit A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so according to my statement, first of all consider the loop. So now I am going to write in a potential voltage loop law in a loop A, B, C, D, A. So first you write the loop name, that consider by, okay, yes, so A, B, C, D, A. Okay, now and my consider direction is this one, or consider loop direction is this one. Okay, so clockwise. So now I am going to writing the voltage loop law in this loop. Okay, so now through the cell, so my direction it will going where? Clockwise from positive plate to negative plate. So here we write what? Minus E1. Already told, when our considered direction passes through positive plate to negative plate, that means potential difference across cell, we write what? Minus E1. Okay, so now here after then potential difference or potential difference across resistance, what happened? So they see here the current direction, it will go through this resistance in this direction, and your consider direction opposite of current direction. So here the potential difference across R1, it will what? I1 IR1 according to my second statement. Already told, if the electric current through the resistance is opposite of our considered direction, that means potential difference across resistance, it will positive. Okay, similarly here you can see in this loop another resistance is R2. Here what? The current direction is what? I1 plus I2, and your considered direction is, both are opposite to each other here. Here also both are opposite to each other, current direction and your considered direction through R2. So here you can write potential difference across R2 also here positive. So you can write current through the R2, that is I1 plus I2, and the amount of resistance, that is R2, is equal to 0. So it's a equation 1. Similarly you can also consider loop D, C, F, E, D, or you can also assume D, E, F, C, D. Chalo, let me consider what? D, E, F, C, D, E. F, C, D, E. Okay, so my loop direction is what? This one. Okay, so I am going to write the voltage loop law in the loop D, E, F, C, D. So now, okay, so I am going to start from here. Okay, so here you consider direction and current direction through R2 is opposite to each other. So here the potential difference across R2, we write what? Positive. Already told in the second statement. Okay, already told, current direction and consider direction. Okay, if opposite, so then potential difference across R2 we can write, okay, positive. Okay, so after then become a cell. So your considered direction, it will go where? positive plate to negative plate. So here we write what? Minus E2. The potential difference here will be negative across the cell. So now here through R3, so current direction where? And your direction is, our considered direction is opposite to each other. So here potential difference across R3, we can write what? Plus I2 R3 is equal to 0. So we consider it's a second equation. We can also take the loop A, E, F, B, A, the large. Okay, so let another loop, we consider what? Loop A, E, F, B, A. Okay, so now A, E, F, B, A. So my considered direction is what? This one. Okay, that means anti-clock. So let me start from here. So my considered direction, it will passes through what? Negative plate to positive plate, negative plate to positive plate. So we write here what? Positive E1. Okay, after then this cell become, so what? My direction, it will go positive plate to negative plate. So that means what? We write what? Minus E2. And here my direction is this one, and current passes through R3 is opposite of my considered direction. So potential difference across R3 is a positive. So what? Potential difference across R3 is what? Current into resistance. So I2 into R3. So the next again resistance become, so here my direction is what? This one. See here, this one. Okay, so here, and current direction also same in my considered direction. So potential difference across R1, we write what? Negative of I1 R1 equal to 0. So it's a third equation. Okay, so you can solve first two like a linear equation. Okay, so you can solve and simultaneously you can get I1 I2. Okay, so now it's a voltage loop law. So now I am taking a one example where we can find, okay, the electric current in each branch, okay, in given circuit. So let me start. So let me start with simple circuit. Let me consider okay, let me consider this is the 3 ohm, this we consider here 4 ohm, okay, and let here consider something 4 volt, we consider here 4 volt, also internal resistance we consider 1 ohm, okay, and here we consider 3.5 volt, internal resistance let consider 2 ohm, okay. So now find the current in every branch in circuit. So how? So first we consider the I1 current is drawn from this circuit. Let I1, okay. So let me consider like this one. Okay, so now let me the current drawn from this circuit, let I1. Okay, from this cell we consider I2. Okay, so it will coming from here, it will coming from here at this junction. So entering at this junction, so leaving current from this junction we consider I1 plus I2. Okay, so first you give the name, the circuit A, B, C, D. Okay, so now we are taking the, we are writing the voltage loop in A, B, D, A. So first write the name of loop A, B, D, A. Okay, so I am going to write voltage loop law in loop A, B, D, A. So direction we consider this one. Okay, so now here your direction through the resistance this one, and current direction is same through 4 ohm. So here we write what? Minus 4I1. Okay, now here the current direction through this resistance, let this resistance consider how much? Let me consider 10 ohm, simple, consider 10 ohm. Okay, so now here potential difference across this 10 ohm is what? Negative or positive? Obviously negative. Why? Because your considered direction, current direction through this resistance are same. So we write minus 10 I1 plus I2. Okay, and now your considered direction passes through negative plate to positive plate about the same, है ना? So that means here potential difference is what? Plus 4b equal to 0. Okay, already told in third statement, when the considered direction passes from negative to positive plate, so that we write potential difference across the cell, that will what? Positive. Okay, so from here you can write the 4i1 plus 10i1 plus 10i2 equal to what? 4. Okay, so 4i1 10i1, that is 14i1 plus 10i2 equal to 4. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so here 1 ohm is also here. So 1 ohm. Okay, so here the what? Your considered direction and the current direction is same. So here also write minus 1i1. Minus 1i1. Okay, so it will become, so it will plus I1, so it will become 15I1 plus 10I2 equal to 4. So now again we are taking the another loop, let BCDB, BCDB. Okay, so now we are going to write voltage loop law in this loop. Okay, so now here the current direction is what? Okay, we consider this loop. Current direction is opposite of your considered direction. So potential difference across 3 ohm. We write what? Positive. So 3I2. Okay, so now here your considered direction passes through the cell positive to negative plate. So we write here the what? Minus 3.5. And here current direction through 2 ohm and your considered direction opposite to each other. So that means here the potential difference across resistance, we write what? 2 positive 2 of I2. Okay, now here your considered direction, it is going opposite of current flow through the 10 ohm. So here the potential difference across 10 ohm, we write what? Positive of 10 of I1 plus I2 equal to 0. Okay, so overall 3I2, 2I2 plus 10I2, it's a become 15I2. Okay, after then I1, that is 10I1. Okay, equal to 3.5. Okay, so we can simultaneously solve these two equations and we can get I1, I2. So let me, no, okay, so we are going to just multiply this equation 1 multiply by 3 and minus equation 2 multiply by 2. So that means it will become what? 45I1 plus 30I2, that is what? 12. Okay, so now here 30I2, okay, now here is what? 20I1, it's a what? 3.5 2 into 2 7. So now minus minus minus, it's a cancel. 45I1 minus 20, so it will become what? 25I1, here is what? 5. So I1 equal to what? You can write 5 by 25, so 1 by 5, so you can write 0.2 ampere. And you will put I1 here, you can get I2. Okay, so that means you can already find, you already calculated the current in every branch. So I1 is here, I2 is here I1 plus I2. So the current passes through the 10 ohm, that is I1, I2. Already calculated from here I1 and I2. So put here. So already got current in every branch of the circuit. Okay. So now with the help of Kirchhoff's law, you can find current in every branch. Okay. So let me consider another example also. Okay, where you can find the each current in the every circuits. Okay, so only I am showing only current distribution, and now you can do Weissel voltage loop law. Okay, do at home. So now I am just drawing a circuit. So let here 4 ohm be considered. Let me consider 5 volt. Let 4 ohm. Okay, let me consider this one 1 ohm and 10 volt. Okay, so now chalo, let here also resistance we consider 2 ohm, here also consider 2 ohm. Okay, so find the current in every branch. So first you consider, let here is a cell, so we consider the I1 current drawn from this cell and I2 also current from this cell. So now this one, let it say I1, so let we consider I2 and the remaining current flow through this branch, so I1 minus I2. Okay, so here I2 is coming at this junction. Oh, I2 already considered, so here we consider what? I1, let here I3 consider, so I1 minus I3. Okay, so now here I3 is coming towards this junction, entering at this junction, I2 current entering at this junction, so here the outgoing current is what? I2 plus I3. Okay, so now here I1 minus I3, is it? Okay, so now from here, what should be the current here? Passes through here. So I2 plus I3 is coming and I1 is outgoing. So we can write here what? I2 plus I3 minus I1. Okay, so net current is passes through this 2 ohm. Okay, so now already got the what? Current in every branch. Okay, so we can write the loop flow. Okay, so first you give the name A, B, okay, C, let's see, D, E. Okay, so now apply the loops A, B, E, A. Okay, so write loop A, B, E, A, and now write the, okay, so write the summation of all potential in loop is equal to 0, algebraic summation of all potential in a loop is equal to 0. Similarly, you can also find the all potential in a summation of all potential in this loop is also become a 0. Similarly, you can also assume this loop B, C, D, B. Okay, so write the all equation and there become 3 equation. Okay, in term of I1, I2, I3 variable. So you can solve simultaneously, you will get I1, I2, I3 and solve, then you will get a current in every branch of the circuit. Is it? So now I am going to now explain Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so what is the Wheatstone bridge? So Wheatstone bridge is about group of resistance. Wheatstone bridge device where arrangement of resistance where you can find a unknown resistance, value of unknown resistance. Okay, so just wait, I am going to explain how can you find. So that means Wheatstone bridge you can write arrangement of resistance. Okay, where we can find value of resistance, value of unknown resistance. Simple, right? Value of unknown resistance. So first you see the diagram of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so Wheatstone bridge like this one. Let me consider R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. This resistance is called bridge resistance. Bridge resistance. Okay, so according to Wheatstone bridge, there are two Wheatstone bridge. Number one, balanced Wheatstone bridge. Number two, unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so number one, balanced Wheatstone bridge. Number two, unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. So in balanced Wheatstone bridge, say, how can you say that it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge? When the current through the bridge resistance is 0, that means there is no flow current through this resistance or bridge resistance. So that means it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge. or you can say कि the ratio of R1 by R2 is equal to ratio of R3 by R4. Okay, in this arrangement, if the ratio of R1 by R2 equal to R3 by R4, or you can say also R1 by R3 is equal to R2 by R4, so this structure of this Wheatstone bridge is called balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so with the help of Kirchhoff's law, we can find the condition. Okay, ratio of this resistance is equal to ratio of this resistance, then it is called balanced Wheatstone bridge. So already told, in balanced Wheatstone bridge there is a no current flow through the bridge resistance. So then this arrangement of Wheatstone bridge is called balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so write the one question. It's a very important question. Okay, so it may be come in board examination. So, okay, what? To find the condition, okay, of balanced Wheatstone bridge with the help of Kirchhoff's law, law. Okay, so let me start. Very easy. Okay, so now first you draw the arrangement of Wheatstone bridge, matlab that means arrangement of resistance. So let here P, Q, R, S. So these are 4 resistance and let it's a R1. Okay, so it's about Wheatstone bridge. So already we know that in balanced Wheatstone bridge, so there is a no flow current through the R1. So amount of current through the bridge resistance, it will be 0. Okay, so for the Kirchhoff's, for applying the Kirchhoff law, first you distribute the current in every branch. So let me consider one cell and I current is coming towards this junction, and consider I1 is passes through this one, so remaining current passes through this resistance, so I minus I1. Okay, already told there is a no current flow through the balanced Wheatstone bridge in the bridge resistance, so this I1 current also passes through the Q resistance. Here also I minus I1, okay, is also passes through this resistance. Okay, so now here you can see what? So you can apply the, first you write the what? Before the applying the voltage loop law, so first you what? Give the name A, B, C and D. Okay, so consider the loop A, B, C, A. Okay, so now your loop direction is what? This one. Loop A, B, C, A. Okay, so now already told when the current direction and your considered direction is same through the resistance, so that means what? Potential difference across this resistance, what? Negative. So you can write here minus I1 into P. Similarly here there is a no current, so there is a potential difference across R1 is 0. Okay, so after then your considered direction is what? Opposite direction of current through this resistance. So here the what? When you write the potential difference across R, so you write what? Positive of I minus I1 equal to what? R. Okay, so it's a consider I2. Let's simple, it's a consider I2. Okay, so what? I1P plus I2 R equal to 0. So you can write I2 R equal to I1P. So here you can write I2 by I1 equal to P by R. Okay, similarly you can take also this loop. Okay, so we consider loop BDCB. Okay, your considered direction is BDCB. Okay, so now I am writing the word potential, algebraic summation of potential through resistance and cell. Okay, so now here your considered direction is same the direction of current through the resistance Q. So we write what potential difference across this resistance I1Q. And here your direction and current direction through this resistance are opposite to each other. So here write positive of I. So we consider I2. So right here I2. Okay. So this one is the what? I2 S equal to 0. Here what? The current direction and your considered direction is same. So write minus I1Q. Here opposite to each other. So write plus I2S. So now you can write I2S equal to I1Q. So here you can write I2 by again I2 by I1 equal to what? QYS. So from equation 1 and 2 you can see the left hand side are equal. So obviously both right hand side are also equal. So you can write from equation 1 and 2 we can write P by R equal to Q by S. Okay, and you can also write P by Q equal to R by S. So this is the condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so now also we can also find unbalanced. Unbalanced is what? The ratio of the resistance is not equal. Okay, so that means you can write P by Q is not equal to R by S. So that Wheatstone bridge is what? Unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. In that condition, there are the some current flow through the any one current flow through the bridge resistance. So in that case, condition is called unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so with the help of Kirchhoff's law, we can also find the current in every branch. Okay, with the help of Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so let me have one example in case of unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so let me consider R, let 2R, consider 5R, let 2R, R. Okay, you can see here R by 2R, so 1 by 2, here 2R by R, so 2. So the ratio is not equal. So that means it is what? It is the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, it is the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so let me consider the I current is coming to this junction and let I1 current flow through this resistance. So remaining current I minus I1. Okay, is here. So now after then this junction, let me consider I2 is flowing through here and it's a what? I2 minus I1 remaining current flow passes through here. So after that it's a incoming, so our total current passes through this resistance. You can write what? I minus I1 plus I2. Okay, so now after then apply the loop law. Okay, let me consider give the name A, B, C, D, E, A. So first you take A, B, E, F. Okay, similarly you can take the loop B, C, D, E. Okay, and there are two equations and there are two variables. There are two variables. So you can find the current in the term of I. Okay, because I is the given total current. Okay, so you will get the current in every branch in term of I when you consider two loops. Okay, so let you can start. So let write the loop. In loop we consider loop A, B, E, F, A. So write A, B, E, F, A. So the potential difference across R, this is what? Consider direction, current direction same. So write minus I1R. Okay, current direction, consider direction same. So write what? 5R I2 minus 5R I2, है ना? And here you consider direction and current direction is opposite to each other. So here you write I minus I1 into 2R equal to 0. Okay, so here you can write minus 2I1R minus I1R, that is 3I1R. Okay, so here the minus 5R I2. Okay, and here 2Ri plus 2Ri. So I we can write 2Ri. So here you can write equal to 0. So you can write 2Ri equal to minus 3I1R plus 5Ri2 2, so R cancel. So here become 3I1 plus 5I2 equal to 2I. Okay, so one equation in the term of I. So and similarly you can also this loop, take this loop. Okay, so loop B C D E E B, B C D E B. Okay, you consider direction same as the current direction through this resistance. So what you write? Minus of 2R I2 minus I1. Okay, now here you can see the consider direction, current direction opposite to each other. So here you can write positive R into I minus I1 plus I2. Here consider direction and current direction through this resistance opposite to each other. So here write plus 5R I2 equal to 0. Okay. So here you can write minus 2I2 plus I2 and 5I2. 5, 6 to subtract, that means 4I2R. Okay, and I1. So I1 here, so here minus I1, here plus 2I1, is it? 2I1, here minus I1, so I1, okay, so write R I1. Okay, after then Ri equal to 0. Okay, is it clear? So 2I2, that means 3I2, 4I2. Okay, so R minus Ri1 plus 2Ri1, so Ri1. Okay, so from here you can write 4I2 plus I1 equal to I. Okay, so sorry, minus I. Is it? Is it clear? Okay, so it's a Ri, no, positive, because here the current direction and consider direction opposite to each other. Okay, so after that you can calculate these two equations and you will get the I1, I2, and that means you can get current in every branch. Okay, so now this is the unbalanced, and with the help of Wheatstone bridge you can also find the unknown resistance. You can also find the unknown resistance. Okay, just a late in practical lab the arrangement of resistance like this one. Okay, there is a meter bridge. Okay, there is a meter bridge. It's a what? 100 centimeter length. Okay, and its wire given the specific resistance let rho, that means rho ohm per meter. Okay, it is given specific resistance rho ohm per meter. Okay, so now here we apply what? A wire and connected with resistance box where we know the known resistance given. Okay, known resistance, and after then let something connect with what? Unknown resistance. This is the unknown resistance, let R. Okay, and this connected the other end of the meter bridge. Okay, and middle of this one be connected with galvanometer, and other end of the galvanometer connect with the jockey. Okay, and with the help of and apply the here the source of supply. Okay, and with the help of jockey we can find such position where the deflection is 0. That means no deflection. No deflection, that means there is a no current flow through this bridge resistance or this bridge. Okay, so let me consider at L position from initial. Okay, where the current deflection is what? No current deflection or no deflection in galvanometer. Okay, so this one is the what? 100 minus L. Okay, so resistance of wire in the meter bridge given what? Rho ohm per meter. Okay, so in L meter already got what is the resistance. So let is R, we consider R1 and R2. So here R1 you can write L into L by 100 into rho ohm per meter. This is the resistance of this lamp. Similarly you can also find resistance of this wire. So what? 100 minus L divided by 100, that is it will come meter, okay, into rho. So this is the resistance of R2. So it is also known R. So now with the help of balance, it's a what? It's a condition of balance Wheatstone bridge. So you can write R by, okay, so let this is the unknown resistance S. So R by S is equal to what? You can write the R1 by R2. So R1 by R2 is what? L rho by 100. You can write 100 minus L by 100 into rho. Rho cancel, 100 cancel. So R by S, you can write L by 100 minus L. Okay, so it's a, so here what? R is known, L is known, 100 minus L is known. So with the help of, okay, balanced Wheatstone bridge, we can find unknown resistance. Okay. So, with the help of, one question is more, with the help of Kirchhoff's law, we can also find equivalent resistance. It's a very important question, the last question. If you want to more question on the basis of Kirchhoff's law, so please give a comment. Okay, and also don't forget to subscribe channel. Is it? So now, later one more examples, cubic problem. So let me consider Q. Okay, so in every edge having R resistance, we consider R resistance. Okay, so how can find the equivalent resistance? Okay, so diagonally, we consider diagonally this corner to this corner. Okay, is it? So we consider this corner to this corner. So the question is find RAB. So let here the I current is flow through here. So let what? It's a symmetric. Okay, so here I by 3, I by 3, I by 3. Okay, it will what? Divide in 3 equal part. Okay, so from here the destination is same distance from here, from here. So the current distribution also here I by 6, you can write I by 6. Okay, same from here to destination, same distance. So here also dividing to I by 6, I by 6. Okay, so now here you can see here, from here destination is same. Okay, so now also here I by 6 and I by 6. Okay, after then here it's a combined I by 6, it will make I by 3. Now here I by 6, it will become I by 3. Okay, already total entry current is total leaving current. Okay, so here I by 6 is coming and I by 6 from this branch, so it will become I by 3. So it's about current distribution. So we are going to write potential difference across VAB. Okay, VAB. So just choose any way, any path, either this path, either this path, either this path, any path. So let me consider we are going to this path. We consider this path. Okay. So tell me what is the potential difference across, because my consider path or this one or what, same. So write what? Minus negative potential through resistance. So I by 3 into R. Similarly here you can write minus I by 6 into R. Here similarly you can write minus I by 3 equal to R equal to 0. So that you can write VAB equal to I by 3R plus I by 6R plus I by 3R. Okay. So now after then you take the LCM 6. So 2I plus I plus 2I, okay, into R. So that means 2, 2, 4, 5I by 6 into R. Okay, so let me consider resultant, that means equivalent resistance of this system. We consider R equivalent, okay, and A and B. So with the terminal between A and B, we consider R equivalent. Okay, and we know that current flow through this circuit is what? I. Total current is I. So we can write VAB equal to I into R equivalent. So we can write B 5I by 6 into R. I cancel. So here R equivalent become 5 by 6 into R. Okay. So with the help of Kirchhoff's law, also we will find what? Equivalent resistance of the group of resistance in circuit. Okay. So if you want more problems, so please give a comment. So I will upload in next video. So thank you.